Hey, it's me, NJB. I know I'm all in the camera right now, but I'm chilling and just enjoying my last full day with this beautiful view. I'm really gonna miss it. I find that when I travel and I stay someplace, it stays with me. You know, it like becomes a part of you. It's like any other experience, and I've never traveled and stayed somewhere for as long as I've been here. So I just want to soak it all in. It's been a great healing, transformative experience. I'm leaving here feeling different than I felt when I first got here. I know the healing has begun, and I'm not talking about physical healing. I just feel like I was depleted. I mean, go back and watch those other videos, and and there were a lot of times when I questioned, should I even be putting this on YouTube? Like, I don't just want to be pitiful in video after video, which is how I felt. And now I feel better. I feel better. I even wondered if I should be traveling right now because the pandemic is not over. I know, you know, in a lot of ways we have to carry on with life, so we try to put it out of our minds as much as possible. It's impossible to just live in constant fear. At some point you have to figure out what a new normal looks like. So I wondered, is this safe? How can I keep safe when I travel? Like, should I be doing this? And then I remembered the quote, a ship is safe in a harbor, but that's not what ships are for, you know? And I decided to do the best that I could to keep myself safe. And God forbid I catch COVID again, Lord. But, you know, if you're doing something you love and that's how you go out, I mean, what a way to go, you know? I don't want to get morbid. I'm not trying to get morbid. I ain't trying to go nowhere anytime soon, just so you know. So I've done what I could do to keep myself safe. That said, I really appreciate you for going on this trip with me. While I have had to take time away from the camera, you know, can't film everything. There's been some writing, there's been some talking to myself, there's been some text messages. Hang on, I gotta address this. Hang on. Okay. As I was saying, I feel like I know this was a solo trip, and there were times when I didn't want to film. Like I needed to think. Sometimes it was just laying here, laying across this bed, looking out the window, thinking about the past, thinking about the future, thinking about what I want for myself, what I want for the other people in my life I care about, how I can be a part of helping other people live their best lives. And then when I would film, put a video up, I would look at the comments, and your comments a lot of times were really, really uplifting. Like, I appreciate you so much for sharing yourselves with me, just as I share myself with you and my trip. And when I started posting travel videos, it was just me sharing what I love to do. Like, one of the things that I love to do is like way at the top of the list. Might be the top of the list. I had no idea that so many of you would say, hey, I feel like I'm traveling too. Like, that was a pleasant surprise. And it makes me think of my gifts making room for me. I really, really just love to see people living their best lives. For a while I was living my best life, you know, but sometimes your goals change, your dreams change, You do something for a while and you're like, okay, I've done it. You know, what else is on? So this has been a reevaluation period for me, and it has clarified some things. I knew I loved to travel. I know I love to act. I thought I was done. I'm not done yet. It's becoming clearer in my head, but I don't want to say just yet because I'm not positive. But I'm formulating a plan that will allow me to do more of the things that I love to do and less of the things that I don't love to do or that I don't even like to do. There will be some changes in my life, and I just needed this time and space to work that out without other entities making demands on me or my time. Sometimes I get text messages from friends and I can tell they're disappointed because I'm not like going to see this and going to see that and have you done this and that. No, I have not. I have not. I didn't come here to do that. On the next stop, I'm going to do some more things. But why run myself ragged for an Instagram photo? You know, I haven't posted any of this on Instagram at this point. I'm not sure if I will, because it wasn't for that. It wasn't about that. This was about me. And I had no idea that it would also become about you. To everybody who has watched me while here in Acapulco and even further back than that, I truly appreciate you. Travel may not be the way that you live your best life. Some people don't like to travel. Some people aren't able to travel for one reason or another. That's fine. But find something or some things that make you happy and do them. Do them. Ride it till the wheels fall off. I'm really trying to do that for myself. You know, there are a lot of things that have transpired over the past year and a half. Yeah, it's been a year and a half now that have sucked in my life, and I'm sure there's some things that have sucked in your life too. But it could have sucked a whole lot worse. You know, like sometimes when you don't get everything you want, think of all the things that you don't want that you don't get. So that's where I was today. I was like, you know, I'm still doing pretty well. All things considered, life is pretty amazing. The pendulum swings both ways, so if you're over here and you're having a bad time, it's going to come back this way and you're going to have a good time again. And it only ends when you do. So live your best life while you're here. I believe that's why we're here, to enjoy ourselves and to make other people's lives better, to ease the path for other people who need it. I just got an audition notice. I know this is off topic, but I just got an audition notice. Now let me tell you, I was so stressed out before I got here that I could not look at any, like I get audition mails, I get mails from the entertainment industry, just like news and all this stuff. I could not look at any of that stuff before I got here. Like I just felt like I had PTSD from constantly being on call for years and years and years. And things would show up in my inbox and I'd be like, nope, I ain't even reading that. Last week, I got an audition notice from my commercial agency, and I just saw the title of it. I was like my heart started having palpitations. I really just felt so upset. I felt like my personal time that I need to heal was being infringed upon. What I felt was disproportionate to the fact that I just got an email. Really, that's all it was. I got an email, and I can say no to it. But it was like everything that I had been carrying around with me that I didn't even know that was there just came to the surface, and I refused to check the email. I just felt really agitated. The next morning, I opened the email, and it was actually a nice email from my agent's assistant saying, hey, I know you're booked out. We have you as not available for auditions right now. But This casting director asked for you. If you want to audition, great. If you don't want to audition, that's fine too. It was so nicely written that I was like, okay. Like I felt better instantly. And in that moment, I realized that I have a choice. I have a choice. Like, I've been so caught up in productivity. I don't compete with other people. Like, I learned early on that I don't like who I am when I'm competing with other people. I compete with me. Like, I always want to push myself to be better and better and better. But I had to ask myself, well, what does success really look like for you? And my personal definition of success has changed. I can be on every TV channel in the world, a movie screen, whatever. I could have all the money in the world. And if I don't have the time, the energy to do what I need to do for me, I'm failing miserably. So it doesn't matter what success looks like for other people. Everybody has the right to decide what success looks like for them, their own personal success. And for too long, I bought into the notion that it looks like having a whole lot of money in the bank. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that would be great. Only because it would buy peace of mind. There are things that you do not have to worry about, like day-to-day things that you don't have to worry about. If you got money in the bank, some will say it looks like validation from your peers or from a broad audience. People recognize you, they love you, all of that. I mean, it might, if that's what feeds your spirit, then I'm happy for you. But for me, I gotta be good with me. And I wasn't good with me. I was way out of balance. My life was not harmonious, and it set the stage for me being unwell. I've learned from this trip that I have the ability to take the reins of my life at any time. And if something isn't working the way that I need it to work for me, I can decide. So that came up because just now I got an audition notice from one of my voiceover agents. And I'm not stressed about it. There needs to be time to work, and there needs to be time to not work. My success includes me time. It has to. Otherwise, I won't be here to enjoy the other trappings of success. And there's a reason trappings of success is a term. But I ain't gonna get into all that right now. I don't like to give airtime to haters. Because why? Like, why spend time and energy on people who are not your people? The people who are with you are your people, and the people who aren't your people. And you ain't gotta be mad at them or nothing like that. Just accept them for who they are and where they are, because people change, and move on. But I woke up to some drama yesterday. I checked my phone and I was like, what is this? It was some juvenile, he said, she said mess from somebody I would expect better from. I was disgusted. And immediately I started responding. His thumbs were going. And I was like, you know what? First of all, I don't even have to talk to you about this. Like, this is none of your business. It doesn't sound true. It sounds like some mess. And so I just went to the other person and said, hey, this is what I'm hearing. If there's an issue, please, let's talk about it. Like, I can call you up right now. We can talk about it. And the other party was like, what are you talking about? Like, there is no issue. I don't understand what's going on. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what I suspected. Got that all worked out. And then I reflected on how differently I would have handled that in the past. I would have, sent a text, probably not so nice, just like blowing everybody up, basically. but it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary. It's like, okay, you're over here behaving badly. I don't know why. I don't really care why. That's not my responsibility. But if you're going to act like that, then you can stay over there. I'm going to go over here to this other individual and find out what's really going on. Do we have a problem? If we do, then let's work it out. And I meant that in love, not like, you got a problem with me, you know, well, I'm gonna call you. It wasn't like that at all. And there was no problem. And so there's no problem now. And that's the space that I want to be in the habit of operating from. Like when things come my way that disturb my peace, I want to be able to say, all right, what is this? How do I get back to peace now that you have, poked my little bubble? How do I get back in my little bubble of peace? And find the quickest way there and not get involved in other people's mess. So, yeah, I'd say this time away has done me a lot of good. Okay, I gotta stop filming and I gotta get to editing. Thank you for watching. There are good things ahead, including more travel. Should I show you this view one more time? Why not? I'm gonna show you this view one more time. Let's do it. Let's go outside for this one. All right, it's kind of loud out here sometimes. Okay. One more time. I'm really going to miss this. Like I feel like I would come back here just to stay here again. But there are other beautiful places in the world. With views just as spectacular. And as long as I'm going to them, you can come with me. How about that? All right. I will see you soon. Bye. I'm supposed to be in there editing video for you all, but I am at the window watching this glorious sunset for the last time from this Airbnb. I'm moving to a hotel tomorrow so that I'll be closer to the airport when I leave the next day. And it'll be easier for me to get there. Like, I didn't want any room for error and to miss my flight. So this is my last night here. I'll miss it. But on to what's next. More good things, I think. All right.